Right, sorry about that. My storage just cut out, decided to just cut me off. So as I was saying, the Five of Pentacles is this feeling of I'm not being seen, I'm not being heard, I don't have enough money for, and it could be to get out of this 8 of feeling stuck. But the moon energy is saying, open up to magical blessings. There's something hidden in the depths, and it needs to be released, heartache coming out, so that we can create. We need to be open to this moon energy. Let the moon do its job. If you need to cry, cry. That's part of nurturing oneself, is to release. And then we move into the magician energy. It's like, actually, I can manifest what it is that I need. And then we also got the Three of Cups, which is a coming together of, a celebration of like-minded people, a collective. 3 things coming together. 3 elements of self, divine feminine. If you want to look at it as one person, you have 3 skills coming together, but it's normally a celebration. But there is also this blame game going on. So they've both got, they're not looking eye to eye, which means it could be behind one's back. The Five of Swords is often, it's not my fault, I'm not taking responsibility, which is why they've got their hands up. But it's winning at all costs as well. The Five of Swords is a very manipulative mind game, and neither of them want to take responsibility for this dying rose. One's actually blooming and the other one's dying, but they just won't look at each other. So we're going to carry on. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to put these 2 videos together. Might ask for some technical assistance. So we have the Knave of Pentacles, which is a gift. To me, I see it as it's a new beginning, a very new beginning. And again, Pentacles is this, it's this brand new path or brand new gift or opportunity that's been like harvest. She's eating the berries, she's nurturing herself. So it's the new beginning of something, and it's got to do with fire energy, creative energy. It's a new wand. I've just done some healing and I've come out from the shadow with this new wand. It's on fire. I'm going to use it in the world. It's a form of healing. So there's definitely a new, it could be a new business idea that's come to light, and it's bringing in a new form of pentacle, or it's a new gift that can be used in the world, in the 3D, to a new business idea. It feels like I'm going to manifest a new business idea through my healing, through my releasing, coming together with other people, getting out of this Five of Pentacles, I don't have enough, I'm not being seen, I'm in a job that's not paying me what I feel that I'm worth. Getting out of this Eight of Swords. But it's surrendering to, what is it, you know, what's the moon trying to get me to surrender to? What's it showing me? And then we have the priest. So the priest is always like a kind of, I see it like a spiritual lesson. It's some kind of initiation, but it could also be asking us to delve into, he's wearing a mask as well. So he's kind of hiding, not hiding behind, like the priest, the high priestess doesn't wear a mask, but I always see him sitting on books. So it's about teaching, it's about learning. So this new gift that you've acquired could be used to teach other people, or find a mentor, or go into a state of meditation. It's a very spiritual card to do with but I often see it as kind of like a spiritual lesson about shifting from this 8 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, learning how to do that. And then passing it on, teaching it to other people. So the 7 of Wands fell out on the 5 of Pentacles. So the 7 of Wands is about making plans, getting your ducks in order. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep learning. There's a little bit of like the wands are all around them. There's these 2 of Wands in front of them. So it's like the 5 of Wands are behind, which is the aggro, the training, the dropping the ego. The 2 of Wands are in front, but he's got his hand on his shoulder as if to say, you're not alone, mate. We're going to get, we're going to write stuff down. We're going to make a plan. We're going to keep studying. We're going to keep going. So it's a card of encouragement to carry on the path that you're going, and again with the Hierophant, the priest, to gather up all the information that you need. Now this fell out sideways. Bottom of the deck we've got the Sun. So after a period of shadow work or dark night of the soul, there's always the Sun. She's got the child on her lap, which is the beginning of, but it's also nurturing again. She's nurturing that child, so it could be nurturing the inner child, but the Sun always returns. It doesn't matter what happens, the Sun will always come out. She's sitting on this solid rock, but it's about shining. It's about I'm more drawn to the illumination round her head. I can see clearly now the rain has gone, comes to mind. But we've got this 10 of Cups, which came out sideways on top of the 7 of Wands, which the 7 of Wands, like I said, is getting the paperwork done, getting everything in order, your ducks in order. We're going on this journey, mate, but we've got to decide, what it is that we need, where we're going, get the paper. Now, the 10 of Cups, like I said, came out sideways. So this is coming in. It's coming in. Once this has been cleared and shifted, it's on its way in. Let's see what the Fairy Oracle have to say about it all. But yeah, I'm going to have to try and put these 2 videos together. I don't actually know how. Merlin. Guidance, mentorship and teacher of the old ways, 33, which is Ascended Masters. But Merlin, very strong masculine energy, and again it's like going back to the old ways of doing things. So it might be worth getting out the old books, going back to the spiritual laws of using affirmations, using whatever it is that these tools that we seem to have lost or have, you know, we've been told not to talk about. As I'm saying this, I'm getting a little tickle in my throat. So yeah, these are old spiritual laws of Druidism, and I've got the book, The 21 Lessons of Merlin, and it's the Druid lessons that Merlin taught Arthur in how to use magic in a positive way, how to manifest. And what you do, you can either read it like a normal book, or you can actually, I mean, I've had it for nearly 30 years and I still haven't completed it. So you read a chapter, and then you almost, you know, let life teach you a lesson. But it's about finding a Merlin or becoming a Merlin. Seek out Merlins. They do exist. Feel Good is a Merlin. He's been my Merlin for some time now. And, you know, the Merlin story isn't always one of, you know, it comes from, you know, trauma and working through shadows and stuff to have peeled off, if you like, or uncovered hidden depths, having expansion of the mind. And this Eight of Swords might feel like trauma, but it's only ever temporary. And that's what we have to understand. Nothing stays the same forever, or we only ever put up with something for as long as we think we deserve it. At a snail's pace, slow down, grounding, listening for the heartbeat of the earth and subtle energies. Now you can't, and it's a 22 as well, which to me is the divine feminine, but there's no rush. She's got her head down to the ground. It's very much like this nurture. They're both in a state of, and this is where we're at in the, they're both in a state of nurturing and listening. Listening, you know, she's watching the snail. She's taken time out. So it's slow down. There is no rush. Take some time out to nurture oneself, to listen to what it is that the, you know, the planets or what's going on inside, listening to your dreams, writing, you know, the priest can represent keeping a journal, noticing messages from the universe that are always trying to give us a nudge. Light in the darkness, ancestors, ancestral line, and a generational shift. So 14 breaks down to 5, but this feels like what we are closing out. But it is, if you are feeling like you're in the dark, know that that's because you are the light. But this is ancestral, this is generational. And like I said before, there's when I had my throat closed up a little bit, you know, we're closing out timelines, past timelines of when we were told to be quiet, told to, you know, not to speak out about our magical gifts. Light in the dark, ancestors, ancestral line. This is this guardian and a generational shift. We have to be the shift. This is the time of the shift. The Green Man's Door, Portals to Fairy, Wheel of the Year, Galactic and Gaian entry points. So there's an opportunity here. It's almost like a gateway. Look at his lovely face. But she's surrendering again. There's a surrender here. It kind of feels like a magical blessing. Let's see if I get anything with mine. And then I've got to, some of them are upside down, work out the technical issues. I may have to do part 1, part 2. I do apologise for that. I have no idea why. There wasn't enough storage. But again, you know, lack of. And I also know they try and get you to pay for it. These cards are in 2 different sizes, which makes it nearly impossible to shuffle them. So I'll just use the smaller ones. Whoa, that was quick. So we have the fish. Again, it came out sideways, but fish always I mean, it's going in deep, but when I see the fish, I think of monetary gain. It's fortune. Fortunous fish. And the fish always swim with the tide. It's not about, you know, going with the flow. What I find very interesting about this is that there's a butterfly there. So the fish is underwater, but there is also a butterfly there. Right, the fish brings prosperity and wish fulfillments, plenty, as you swam against the tide. Transcend your ego and pride. Learn how to swim in waters deep, and butterflies bring unexpected gifts for you to keep. I didn't realise I'd written a poem on the back of that one. And I must go back to that, doing that. That's too many. No, I think they're done. So that was what the fish wanted to come out with, the sun, which is saying, every little thing's gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smiled at the rising sun. 3 little birds. That's twice now. 31 is 4. I mean, she's just lying there, but beside my doorstep, smiled at the rising sun, head up. Keep your head up, keep your heart strong. Crossroads at the bottom, so obviously that's a decision to make. And again, you know, these collective readings are all a decision. It's an opportunity that's available at the moment. Doesn't necessarily mean, you know, we have to take it. We could carry on. But it's just what's available at the moment. Crossroads. Anything else? So just bear in mind that this feeling, and I've been there. I'm not talking, you know, out my arse, like they say. I've been there, but feeling stuck, feeling trapped. It's just a thought pattern. We have the key, number 8. So basically, we are our own key. It's a number 33, which is, to me, that's the Ascended Masters are saying, like, I've got the key, I got the secret, I got the key to another place, yeah. Strangely enough, that's just reminded me of what I had in my dream last night, and I was in a doorway, and I saw another. Oh my God! I saw another realm. We've got the stars, number 6. So again, that it breaks down to a 4, which is foundations, but it's healing, it's blessing, it's like everything's being activated. 6 of hearts. So it could be someone coming back from the past, but 16 breaks down to 4, which is based on solid foundations. But it's a very strong wishing upon a star. Everything is in alignment for all this activation stuff to go on. And you may start, you know, timeline, dimensional, jumping. The veil is thin, and if we don't, you know, obviously see it in the 3D, then we could be getting glimpses of, because we've got the key to other portals. And then we've got the fox, and he's got a bag with him. Now, I've always said, like, the fox is very cunning. He comes out at night. He's a number 9 and 5, which represents wish fulfillments, nearly completion. Number breaks down to 5, which is change. But the fox can also represent a bit of romance coming in, which I wasn't aware of. But also the fox is the keeper of the realm between this realm and the fairy realm, apparently. And then the tower at the bottom. So there is a breakdown. There is a collapse of an old structure. Now this is above the mountains, and the roots don't look too great. It's number 6 as well. Oh, Christ knows what's going on with the roots here. But this, in this tower, this is Rapunzel. Let down your hair. So it could be a call out. A call out for magical blessings, a call out from this tower that you feel like you're in due to maybe situations out of your control, but this feeling of being tied up and stuck. And yeah, it's definitely Rapunzel. She's dropped her plaque down. So it could be call out. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. And then the prince climbs up. But, you know, we don't have to sit. We don't have to sit in this tower waiting for our hair to grow, to chuck it out of a window and wait for someone to come along and climb up it, just to actually exit exactly the same way. We are the tower. We decide, you know, you can take that tower down in one almighty smash, or you can take it down brick by brick. But it needs collapsing. No one deserves to be stuck in a tower. I love you lots.